recording.
You control it.
Welcome to the official Butthole Podcast, bringing you movies, video games, and randomness in between. Now bringing your hosts, Scott, the Great Brandino, Gage's Rage, and Star Lamar.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the official Butthole movie review of... What the fuck's the movie again?
You know
Vlad.
who he sounded like at first? Was the Oracle guys from Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, that was a good Oracle
The voice?
voice.
We have been taken over by
Bring
the,
me 90.
by the Russians.
Precursor orbs. But his voice, those words, you're spot on.
This is episode 192.
Say, stay away from the dark eco.
Stay away from the dark eco.
We might have
We
a
have a
future
job for
Scott.
you.
Yeah.
Jack
Movie
Dexter
review.
4 coming out next time.
But first, let's do Listerine Ready Tab reviews.
We're going to do this live?
Yep,
All right.
on the
Hey,
podcast.
this is a real. I thought you were joking when you said you brought. I thought that you just had them sitting next
I
to
have
you.
a listener that requested them.
Are they already chewed Listerine?
Are they gum?
No, it's just like a chewable thing.
Is it L for lateral?
So what you do is you chew, then you swish, then you swallow.
So you chomp it up, chew it.
Here, we'll
you
give
don't have to
two.
tell Gage.
I got one.
We'll give you two.
Gage
Why?
got that swallow
And
part down.
who the fuck is a listener?
you
It's
need
like,
one.
oh, try Listerine.
I've already had them.
No, you got to do it.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2,
Oh.
1. Give it a whirl.
Cool.
I feel like I'm not supposed to swallow it,
Yeah.
but I did. Not bad. I like it.
Aren't they aggressive as fuck?
No.
Not
Gage's
really.
eyes are watering.
Yeah, that's Listerine for show.
Was that too spicy
Do
for
you
you,
not,
Gage?
do you not
No.
like mint?
Mint is good, but that's Listerine is hard. Like the strips, that's
Is this harder than the strips?
no, the strips are harder.
That's not that bad.
You guys
actually.
being a little younger, I don't know if it was a phase thing or if every kid went through the phase.
Oh, yeah.
Where you always had Bianca
Spray.
and the spray stuff and the Altoid, like you just collected different types of mints and shit like that.
Oh, I never
They
did
don't
that.
taste good.
That's a kid thing for show.
But yeah, I'd always have Altoids or the Duos. What were those ones called? There's like the round mint things.
I don't remember.
Oh,
The ones that were fruity.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name, though. Those were good, though. I never had them, but whenever somebody opened up a pack, I was like,
Ice
All right.
icebreakers.
yeah, that might
Dentine.
have been
No,
it.
Dentine Ice is the gum. Might have been Icebreakers. Yeah.
I think it was. They came in the little circle packs where you could open
Yeah.
up the big side or the share pouch.
Watermelon was just the fucking bomb when they had the little sprinkles that would, after you suck them, they'd stick out really hard.
What? What was that?
Those are old mints from our past.
This is
But
episode
Listerine,
192, the What Happened to Monday movie review with Listerine Ready Tab reviews off the top of the episode.
I'd get those. Those are good.
What do you rate 'em?
Keep them in your cart. 7.5.
As far as what?
Just
A mint.
Like, is this something you'd keep in your car for a breath refresher?
How many come in it?
8.
What's the
How
cost?
much does it cost?
I don't know. I didn't buy them.
Because if it costs like twice as much as a pack of gum, I think I'd rather just have a pack of gum.
When you are gifted these from a listener to review for
Are
them,
you saying a listener or Alyssa? Because I keep
Listener.
thinking you're
Oh,
saying a
listener.
listener. But I
Listener.
think you just have an impediment and you're saying Alyssa.
I'm clearly saying my wife a listener.
She goes by the Elicinator. They are $5.99.
Whoa, I'm not buying them.
The solicinator.
The thing is, you're not supposed to have a lot of them.
Yeah, it's
So-
one.
So
you're
I
going to
shouldn't
work,
have
whatever
5
it is. Go
right
to your
now?
date.
Yeah, you shouldn't have had that.
Is it like a morning thing? Like instead
No,
of
it's
mouthwash?
like
But
if you're
before
going
your
into
date-
a business meeting or you're going on
same
a date.
idea as Bianca. Or, is that what it's called? Bianca?
Sure. Fuck it.
Banaka.
Banaka?
Banaka. No I. Banaka.
Banaka.
Banaka spray.
Binoculars.
Would see how many you could take before you choke on it.
And it's just your tongue filling up with that pool of spray. Ugh. You guys never had Banaka spray?
Cut at 145. See how many you can take before you choke on it? Yeah, and your tongue's just filling up with that spray. You don't think that sounds a little bit...
Dog, once
Gagey?
it's out of my mouth, I don't give a fuck. Ask Carson Wentz.
Cut at 157.
What?
All right.
It's
happened
almost as
to
bad as
Monday?
the fucking pizzazz.
No, that was... Never mind. What happened to Monday, Scott?
They just started becoming friends again.
Yeah,
Why do you got to bring that up?
He agreed with the
Pouring salt in the wound.
Tampa Bay take.
So the movie review is what happened to Monday. If you watched along with us, shoot us your review at officialbutthole@gmail.com. We'll give you our reviews at the end of the episode after we go through each and every scene from the movie.
Word by word.
Word by word, line by line, eye movement by eye movement. Beginning of the movie is basically a big monologue where they're talking about how the world is becoming overpopulated due to climate change. They have to basically
Not necessarily
limit.
climate change, but
Climate change is mentioned in it.
I know, but the overpopulation is leading to like resources,
change.
That was
And
what was
climate
leading
change.
to
lack of resources.
And climate change.
The amount of people led to it.
Yeah.
So then they
Yeah.
had to genetically modify the crops.
Which-
the genetically modified crops make births with multiple births in one pregnancy
Mutations.
way more likely.
So that just amplifies the problem.
So they have to create this new law, the child. It was CAB. I can't remember what it stood for. Child
Allocation
Bureau would enforce a new law that you could only have one child.
and
So
you would your oldest would be your one child if you already had multiple kids,
Yep.
or if you had twins or triplets or whatever. They take the
17
firstborn.
kids in the birth.
And if you have another kid after you've had one, they put them in a cryo chamber, which they claim that will preserve them.
And then once
We'll freeze them.
the population comes back down, they'll be unfrozen and they'll live in a great life in the future. With
Correct.
plenty of resources for everyone alive.
Which, as the movie goes on, you come to find out is a complete lie.
Total
But that's
farce.
real spoiler alert if you're watching the movie while we're talking
They already
about
watched it, Star.
it. I'd have to
This
say,
fucking movie came out in 2017. What's the statute of limitations on this?
I know,
And
but
I'll
I'm
tell you
saying
what,
when
5 years.
we're going through explaining the movie,
15
You
minutes
just
from
ruined,
now,
like, an end
15
twist of
minutes
it.
from now, they're
Yeah.
going to hear it
before
too.
we've even
It's
talked
mentioned
about
in the movie, though, like a third of the way through the movie.
Scott,
I was going to say, you could kind of tell it wasn't legit.
you came a little too soon, which, I mean,
What else
That
is
was
new?
that. You pre-jacked that one for
What
sure.
else is new?
Cut.
I have to say that opening scene hooked me.
Was it not
I
good?
had very little like hope for this movie. I guess I
Oh,
should
really,
say.
dude?
Just because I mean, and don't take
'Cause
it
I
personal.
picked
It's
it?
because you picked it.
you picked Hubie Halloween.
But
he liked
I
The
got
Last
done-
Days of American Crime more than Hubie Halloween. More boob scenes.
Who, me?
No, I got done with that, and I said
Got a rip Star.
I'm going to give this movie a chance because that reminded me of the plot of one of my favorite childhood books, Among the Hidden. It was the same type of thing. You could only have one kid. Families had multiple kids, and they would hide them in their houses, and they were known as the Hidden because they're the hidden children.
That's a great segue. So then it goes into basically the main characters of the story is 7 girls that are all
Septuplets.
siblings,
Yep, septuplets.
septuplets.
Mother dies during birth.
Yep. Their grandpa raises them. Willem Dafoe, big time actor.
Great role.
He raises them from birth, gets them to an age where they're at the age where they start going to school and everything. He tells them, you're all going to be given a day. And basically that becomes their names. Monday's going to be Mondays.
It's been their names.
It's been their names. But the reason that their names are their names is because Monday gets to go out on Monday, Tuesday on Tuesday, Wednesday on Wednesday, so on and so forth. They start with Thursday.
Yes, Thursday is the first day of school.
He rigs them up with cameras and everything on them so that when they get back home, they can replay the entire day. So all the rest of the siblings can see like who they met, what they did, regroup, and figure out what they need to be in line for when they go out on their day.
They
In this
also had
futuristic society, they have a wristband that kind of tracks everything about their life.
Correct.
So you have to scan it to get out the door. You have to scan it to get back home.
Yep.
You have to retina scan to get into your house.
Yep.
Maybe everyone's situation isn't the same, but it was very futuristic. And I believe the year that they were born was around 2040-ish, 2050?
43, I think.
43, I think, is
43?
the, yeah.
Okay.
So the main movie was like 2070 something.
Yeah, the whole plot basically takes place after the scene when they're going to school.
But
and
the
figuring
reason
out-
that they show them as children is because there's...
it's
do you guys
explaining
want-
their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how they
Yeah.
were raised. So
And the
every
rules
day-
that their grandpa lays out for them for how they're going to survive.
So the biggest scene in the beginning was whatever happened to one of you happens to all of you.
Yes.
You get your hair cut, y'all get your hair cut. Well, Thursday went out, was skateboarding or something.
She
On
shouldn't
her
have been
day.
out. Yeah,
It was
she
a
snuck
Monday.
out.
And Thursday snuck out and went skateboarding and came back with a busted up hand.
Finger.
way late in the day.
Well, the finger was dangling off.
Grandpa was all nervous, and she just knew she screwed up, and then Grandpa had to make a lesson and show him that what happens to one of you happens to all of you, and chop the end of everyone else's fingers off with a big old
To
butcher
match
knife.
up with hers.
Wasn't that just an uncomfortable scene?
So uncomfortable.
But it also helped them later in the movie, but we'll get to that. Helped one of them. But another thing they told them when they were younger is that when you're home, you can be unique, you can be creative, you can have your own personality, but you need to agree upon one joined personality, one joined career path, we need to find common interests so that when you're out there, you are one person and it's not going to be obvious that you're not. And they even do like a makeup thing where it says anything that's different about you.
In their 30s, yep. This makeup says their eyes are freaking red from drug use and dilated from stress, and I mean, it tells them everything. How to match up to be the same. Karen
Settler.
the mother who passed away, is the identity they took over all out in the real world. So they all had this mirror and this technology to be Karen Settler the same every single day. And every day at the end of the day, whoever's day it was, had to give the report of what happened. So who they spoke to, what they spoke about, anything that they recorded on that wristband. It did have to be like activated. It wasn't just always watching. So sometimes they would record something important happening and then play it back to the rest of the crew when they get back home that night. And
yeah, they always recapped every day.
Yes.
How boring would that be?
I mean,
having to sit down and
Relive your day.
yeah.
but then also to only have to like live one day of the week and then someone else takes the job the rest of the 6 days.
I'd want to be Saturday.
Yeah, no shit.
Like,
And it was funny, the personalities of the day. Like Monday was this very strict, uptight, never late person, and Saturday or Friday was the weeds. Or no, Friday was the
Thursday was the one. Friday was like the nerdy
computer puncher, and then Saturday was like had this personality that seemed like she was outgoing, and
she had the blonde hair, right?
I believe so. Yep. And like she
they're
was
all
just
the
a
same
life of the
character,
party.
though, which they're all the same actress, I should say.
Yeah.
Did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really did.
Which to me is one of the highlights of the movie. The job that she did acting all those different characters.
With all them being in the same scenes at certain points, and I'll tell you what, there was a couple scenes there where they showed both of them in the same scene, and I could tell the stunt double, I should say.
Just a stand-in.
That's one thing that should be mentioned too. This isn't like a big blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
It was pretty
$20 million budget.
seemed to be low budget, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
But they, so it goes,
Into their 30s and their career
Yeah.
path.
they're up for a promotion at work.
Monday's a big day. Monday's ready to go to bed, and Sunday has a little interaction on her way home with the security guard, and he gives her a line from some poet, and she doesn't remember it, so she's kind of upset. Like, you gotta tell us everything. We can't miss any detail. You know, if they get caught, it's their life. They're gonna die. So, or they're not gonna die. Someone's gonna be frozen.
6 of them will be frozen.
And one will get to live. So they have these rumors that, like, oh, you get horrible nightmares when you're in cryo like that, and none of them really want to be frozen, but obviously there's one or two that think of the outside as like a place they want to live. So there's kind of a little dynamic there of some of them are all in on the Karen
Living
Setman.
this life, and some want out. They want to live their own
Desperately.
life. Yeah.
They can't have a relationship. That was a big thing.
They all have to sleep
And-
with the same guy, and it's just some worthless fuck or whatever they
Yeah,
described it
all
as.
all of their hookups are one-night stands because they can't have a relationship because there's 7 different people.
Yep. So Monday has got her morning sickness, and they think she's just stressed for the big promotion that she's going up for. And then she finally takes off and heads out for the day. It cuts to later that night, and they're all nervous, and
Monday didn't show up.
Monday's not back, and Monday is late for the daily report, and she's never been late in her entire life. So something strange, and it cuts to Tuesday now.
Well, she did have an interaction on the elevator with a coworker who was also up for the
same
promotion,
Same promotion, yes.
who said, "I'm surprised that you haven't had to fuck your way to the top." Basically,
With a body like that.
yeah, like it turns out you're just a bitch, but I do know your secret, and they kind of left it up in the air. What secret is he talking about?
So Tuesday comes around.
She goes out.
The other 6 are not sure what to do, so they're like, we just got to live our normal life like nothing happened.
Would you have done that? I feel like policy would be, don't do anything till we know what happened to her.
Well, with the trackers they had, with having no signal from her wristband, something happened for sure. In that scenario, I probably would not just balls to the wall like normal.
Well, yeah, because if she died, got into a car accident, died, and they found her body, well,
They would all get
then
caught.
they think Karen Settler's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So
then
if they go out
all of
there,
them would not exist anymore. They're as soon as they scan the first time to get outside or whatever it was, bang, deceased. It would pop up.
What do you do?
You're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
So Tuesday goes out and tries to live like normal, and the rest of the days or the rest of the sisters give her the game plan that, hey, we got to figure out what happened, figure out where she went last. So she goes in to the job, and we did get the promotion. She's got a newer office and a newer computer. The assistant comes up and was telling her about, how did the celebrations go after getting the promotion? And she goes, I kind of forgot. Who was I with? Where did I go? And she said, you went to your favorite bar. So boom, she heads out and she goes to her favorite bar, talks to the bartender a little bit. And she says that, well, yeah, you left after just your one drink. You were here with the douchebag guy that was
Jim or Tim or something like that.
in the elevator accusing her of knowing his secret or her secret. So now she has to go back and talk to this guy. And it's along the way, she comes outside of the bar and there's a cab police car. It's very futuristic. So it's just open door waiting for her.
It's such a douche-mobile, too. Those
like
cop
a-
cars in the future.
Total douchemobiles.
Like the Ford Transit minivan.
It's like, it's an SUV it just like slowly slopes up and just kind of stops. And it's all black, dark tint. It's
Super dark tint.
douche-mobile.
So she just sees the open door and she's like, fuck. Spins around and there's this cab agent. It's pretty high up. He's like, get in the car. I'm sorry, you got a mistake. No, get in the fucking car. She gets in the car. She's pulled to the agency. And
That's where she meets Cayman. Cayman is like she's running for like the president.
Senate or
Whatever
Parliament.
whatever the major
Parliament,
role
yeah.
is there.
The
She's
office.
running for it. And so she's a bigwig.
she's also the leader of this entire
Cab
child
movement.
She started the whole
Allocation
thing.
allocation. Yep. So
And
she
they all
is the
fucking hate
head
her.
boss, head honcho.
Everybody hates her.
And the whole time she's just kind of like, it feels like she hates what she's doing, but at the same time she's convincing herself this is the right thing to do. This is for the greater good. This is the right move. And when she's interacting with Tuesday, she's saying, we have your sister. We know what you guys are up to, and we're going to get all of you. So
Yeah.
you can either help us, and maybe you'll be the one that we keep, or we can just get them all. Your choice. And it ends with them pulling out a knife
And going after her.
because she was not giving up anyone.
So now the other 5 of them, they know that Tuesday's gone now too.
As soon as she was captured, they did the same thing, deactivated her wristband.
Went off. They know something's up. They're nervous. Next
Yes.
thing you know, cab agents, 2 of them, front door. And they have this like little hidden door in there.
Yeah,
their
the grandpa
house, in
totally
their
rigged
apartment.
up the apartment.
Yeah, so it's like a mirror that moves in front, and it's on, a button activation that slides back and forth. They can hide in there, and only one of them stays out. And then in the floor, they had a safe, with their weapons and whatever. Well, they come in and they open the door. What a terrible hiding spot for your button. I mean,
In the bookcase?
Right, yeah.
and it's huge.
Visible
Yeah.
in the bookcase.
Red button in the bookcase.
It's not
Look
like
what
a
that
book
does.
you have to pull open or anything like that. It's just sitting there. A
Right on
big
the
ass
wall.
button. It's like the easy button.
Couple things missed. When Tuesday first got to the cab site, one of the cab agents who was flirting with
Monday. No, Monday.
Sunday. Or
'Cause Sunday
Tuesday, no, flirted with Tuesday earlier in the day. She had an interaction, and he said, "Oh, maybe we have to do a full body search and all this stuff." It wasn't. It was with
It was
Tuesday.
Monday.
It was with Tuesday.
because she was confused about it.
Yeah, it was
She
Tuesday.
was confused about the interaction and why he's flirting with me. And then that person saw Tuesday when at the thing and just noticed. And also, when they got to the apartment building, they just murdered the front desk person, which was a big red flag for me going, if all they're trying to do is arrest these 7 girls, they're not going to walk in guns blazing and just murder a fucking person. Something bigger is afoot.
Yes.
And they had her eye to get into the place.
And if they're going to arrest them and put them into cryo, why are you going in guns blazing?
And then but then they also used her eye to scan to get into the apartment.
Yeah, Tuesday's eye.
Yeah.
Well, they used an eye. They break in. The girls were a little more prepared, I'd say, than most people would
They were
be.
quite prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that, for the most part. I do have a butthole beef, but keep going. We'll get into it here in a second.
So I forget which day it was, but someone was over on the computer. I think it was Thursday, trying to figure out what the hell happened.
Friday was the computer girl.
Yeah, but it wasn't the computer girl at the
Okay.
computer, right?
They all looked alike. It was the same
Yep.
person, different hair.
So I think Thursday was working on the computer, trying to figure out what happened to Tuesday's tracker. She hears the people coming up, gets the other girls in the lock away. She goes and sneaks away trying to get the gun. And the gun was gone. These fucking cab agents break in, and it turns into an all-out brawl when they fucking open the door, make all the girls come out.
Yep.
One by one, they're scared as shit. And Thursday comes around the corner because they thought they had pinned down everyone that was in the room. And Thursday comes around the corner with like a frying pan or
An iron, or not an iron, crowbar.
crowbar. Yeah,
And
yeah.
she smokes him with the crowbar.
And then I forget which day it was. One of them was like the athletic Wednesday, I think, was the athletic one. So then she attacks with, and then Friday and the other two are just kind of, they're not really athletic or courageous like that. So they're kind of sitting on the back, just watching what goes down. And Thursday and Wednesday just absolutely fuck shit up.
Yeah, and okay, so my beef was I didn't realize the gun was taken. So I didn't know that at first. But my beef was, why do you not have a weapon? Like a gun, and why do you not have multiple? You have 7 of them there.
And the gun actually was shown first by the grandpa, who got, when Thursday busted up her finger and they were going crazy looking for her, she just came knocking at the door. So grandpa grabs the gun and goes to answer the door, and it's Thursday, runs her inside, and he's all shook about it.
But why not have more weapons? You have 7 girls there. If somebody breaks in, one gun is not going to stop an army of people. Like, have multiple weapons. You have multiple people there.
That's fair.
There might be gun control. Might not be that easy in 2070.
Actually, it showed the gun that they had was an old school Magnum.
That's true.
And all the guns that the cab agents had were a fingerprint scanning, futuristic style.
That's fair. That's fair.
So guns could be really tough to come across.
I'm sure, that makes sense. My beef is...
Grandpa had his old hand-me-down from his grandpa or whatever it was.
Is now ground beef.
So the girls absolutely fuck them up. It's a little bloody. A couple of them get shot. There is one... I mean, there's 3 agents that came up, so they're handling 2 of them, and one of them's kind of handling the
Didn't
3
the
girls.
one dude get shot up, though? Like crazy?
Yeah, yep. Well, I think that's the next part. But,
No, because they were attacking, and one of them grabs him and uses him as a shield. The other guy shoots and, like, just peppers him up the center of the body.
yeah.
Dude doesn't die. Still able to fight just like normal. I mean, the fight scene was cool, but it was so unrealistic. I mean, you take a hot iron to the face and get your shit smashed in.
You're not cutting the cord after that. You're not pulling the wire that she's trying to choke you
You're not
with.
getting back up and making that. The cab agents should have been dead before any of those girls died.
Yeah. But there was one agent still fighting with the gun, and Wednesday, one of them's fighting like hell. Gunshots are going off randomly. And finally, they fucking manhandle this guy and get him to shoot himself in the head. And then you see that one of them had taken one of those ricochet bullets or those random shots.
Yep. Sunday, I think.
I think it was.
Yep. So Sunday's laying there in a pool of her own blood, and then she just...
And that's the first time they've lost a sister. They don't know what happened to Monday and Tuesday.
Yep.
And Sunday died. So that was really hard, and they're trying to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to move on. And I think at that point they send out...
Wednesday's next, yeah. Wednesday goes on, and she's not dressing as Karen.
Yeah, she said, fuck this. And they were going to the guy's
The
apartment that threatened Monday.
Yes.
And she brings the gun, though. She has a gun for that, but it is one that doesn't work.
It's the cab agent's
Yeah.
gun. They're like,
And she
this
said
is intimidating.
It'll be
enough.
intimidating regardless, even if I can't shoot him. So shows up, basically just gets right in the guy's face. There's a little bit of back and forth first where
Not much,
he said, "Oh, you're really close on the time. You're cutting it close."
But we
and
can still make it
close for
work. I
what?
said Wednesday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, and so she's trying to figure out what he's talking about. They think that he's the one who turned him in for
Having multiple siblings.
having siblings. He brings up a contract. And what contract are you talking about? Oh, the contract that's on my iPad.
With Cayman.
And before they can really get into the dealio about it, he gets popped through his mouth or
Through the
something like
window,
that.
just sniped.
From a sniper on the building across the street from
Next
Brutal.
shot is coming for Wednesday.
And-
So you can tell they kind of cut back to the cab agency, and Cayman is kind of reviewing if there's 7 siblings like this that have lived into their 30s and have careers, this would ruin the cab. The child agency allocation, that all would be up in flames if people found out there was 7 girls that lived one life successfully like they did.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
So you can kind of tell their mischievous ways behind what's really going on. It's not a child allocation thing. They're up to no good.
And now they're trying to kill him. Like, that's what they're going to do.
And they keep saying, if we just reported this to CAB and went out full bore, everyone would know. We would get this thing done in hours. They'd be taken care of and we could go about their day. And she's like, no, this has to stay under wraps.
Yeah, so Wednesday is now kind of scampering inside there. She gets to the iPad, which the guy, essentially, he found out what he knew was that there was a form that she had filled out, and there was a lot of money between her and Cayman.
It was a contract.
Yes, exactly. So, like a 401c or whatever the fuck.
And it was going to give her a shitload of money.
Yep,
For her, it was going to be a giant donation for her campaign.
like $5 million, I think is what it was. So
Yeah.
she ended up downloading it onto her watch and was sending it over back to the home base, to the other girls.
Yep.
And she ends up running into the bathroom. There's no way out. They're trying to help her
After
through.
the sniper shot, they sent an army
Yep.
into the room to fuck her up.
So she runs to the bathroom. There's nowhere to hide. It's the toilet. It's the shower. There's no window. She can't get out. And so she ends up hiding and then strangles one of the guys that comes in with
The first agent.
the shower hose.
Just
And then smashes his face into the toilet. And,
knocks him out.
and now there's 2 more agents or 3 more agents in there. And 2 of them start walking. And it's the longest walk to a bathroom I've ever seen. She's got enough time to grab a razor blade,
Cut his
slice off
knife
his
off.
finger, find a pin that's rolled around in the bathroom, poke it through the finger to keep it like sturdy,
Medical tape it
find
onto her
medical
own.
tape, wrap it up, and these guys still haven't walked to the bathroom yet. They haven't even gotten halfway.
It's a standard 25-foot long hallway to the bathroom.
That's a
A little
that's
long
giving
guesstimate.
it.
Yeah.
It's damn impressive how fast she did all of that.
And
Still
how
had
slow
time
they
to
walked.
think about it. Yeah.
But now she's got a gun.
With the fingerprint.
And had she not had her fingertip cut off, could she have done that?
Nope.
Nope.
You don't think she could have? Oh,
It
No
wouldn't
chance.
fit as well, but I mean, a female's hand is a lot smaller than a male's hand, generally.
She couldn't have. It was the only reason they cut her finger
come
off.
on. Kyler Murray is an NFL quarterback, and he's got small hands.
Fair enough. But she gets the finger on there. She fucking waits, ambushes the guy that first opens the door. Just sprayed. Those automatic guns were fucking,
Powerful.
but not powerful enough to shoot through more than one body, I guess.
Yeah, that was movies.
And then she ends up popping one more guy there. And so she's trying to figure out, the other girls back home are giving her directions on how to get out of the house, where to run. They said there's a garbage can outside the bedroom window.
You just got to jump.
Run and jump into it. It's going to be filled with trash. So she runs, jumps out of this 2-3-story building,
True story.
right into the garbage can. No garbage.
Empty.
Wednesday is trash day.
Wednesday morning it gets picked up.
And how? Okay, first off, she's going to die.
Yeah.
Or severely mangled. She somehow is able to get out, get up, and run.
While being
falling
shot at.
3 stories into a metal garbage can.
Maybe in the future garbage cans are soft.
Yeah, metal is softer than
Didn't sound soft.
it was loud. But no broken bones. She runs the fuck out of there and it's a chase.
And as the chase goes on, that cab agent that Monday was fucking, came into the apartment, showed up.
Well, we don't know that yet.
It's a random knock at the door.
Yes, but that's who it was.
The girls are inside on the computer, and they're like, fuck, who's supposed to be here?
While they're trying
They
to guide
look
her
through
through
the-
the city.
They look through the eye hole. Cab agent. We're fucking made. So a few of them got to go hide. One of them stays out. And Wednesday is just on her own now.
They said he doesn't look aggressive. Like he just doesn't have a gun or anything.
Talk to him and get him out of here.
Yeah, let's see what he wants. He's mind to be separate.
Dude.
Saturday opens the door. Blonde haired. Looks different than the rest of them. He makes a comment about it. She said, oh yeah, just doing something different.
Changing the look up.
He gets a little aggressive with her. Starts grabbing her by the neck. Starts throwing her around. Saturday says, stop. And he kind of gets drawn back. He goes, oh, I thought you liked this. So they've obviously been fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Him and one of the persons. They don't know who he's been fucking.
None of the girls at the house know who he is.
They're all kind of blaming each other. Like, are you fucking him? No, who's fucking him?
That's when Saturday reveals that she hasn't fucked anybody.
Yep.
Yep. And they're like, well, you're always the floozy type. You're always acting like it. She goes, well, I mean, you guys all have, but I never had the opportunity.
So
being Saturday, that you think that would be the opportunity.
Out of any of them.
She could have, a Rolodex full of numbers.
So she goes in and they're talking, and then she ends up convincing him to go back to his apartment.
Yeah, they're like, you got to get him out of here. We just got to figure it out.
You got to sync up your watch with his, get the cab information so we can get the inside knowledge of what's going on. So you got to get close to him.
And you got to sync up you got to hold it there until it syncs, whatever it is.
So they're starting to make their way back there, and this is when...
So she doesn't even get to enjoy it. She has a job to do.
We'll get there.
So Saturday's real good.
Now-
Leaves with him to his place.
Yeah, now Friday and Saturday are there. They're like, oh, shit. Wednesday's still out there running.
Friday and Thursday.
Whatever. So...
It matters.
Thursday and Friday.
They're the two. It's the same thing. Whatever.
Yes. They get back on the mic.
Yeah. And
Where are you at Wednesday? Wednesday had fucking scrambled around and survived, luckily. And they're like,
For now.
she's trapped in this warehouse building.
Gets
And
up
they're
to
like,
the roof.
you gotta go to the roof. This is the only chance you got. And their cab agents are literally like 50 feet away from her.
Which
she
will take them like
upstairs.
40 minutes to get there, probably.
Yeah.
Runs upstairs and she's like, fuck, this is just a roof. What am I supposed to do?
And there's a big gap to jump.
Yeah, there's an alleyway and there's another building. They're like, you gotta get to that next building.
And I'll tell you what, these sisters are like that caddy in the greatest game ever played because they hype the shit out of it. You've been training your entire life for this. You can do it. You have to run and jump. You either die or you make that jump.
Or you jump and you die jumping.
So kind of that big scene where she's starting to gear up for it, starts running, all of a sudden takes her step, launches in the air, cab agent walks out of the other building on the roof, fucking pops her right in the middle of the air.
Somehow holds on to herself after being shot mid-air in the chest.
And she's trying to climb up and
Walks over to the edge, one between the
it's
eyeballs.
camera view, you can see it. The girls can see it back home so they know what's going on. Falls onto the street.
Pool of blood starts forming.
Another one bites the dust.
So now they're down to 3.
Yes,
Well,
Thursday.
Monday and
Friday,
Tuesday are
They don't-
question
well,
marks.
Yeah, but they're down to 3.
Wednesday's dead, and Sunday.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the 3 they know for sure are alive. Monday and Tuesday are still question
They don't
marks.
So now Saturday,
Jumps back over to Saturday in cab agent's apartment.
and now they start having fun.
Playing around. She's getting eaten out. Notices that his hand is very positioned well on her body, and she's like, this is my time.
At
So
first she's uncomfortable, but then she enjoys it.
Yes, yeah, it is her first experience, so it's that whole deal. And finally gets the wristwatch to sync up, and now she can enjoy herself.
Now she's like, fuck me.
Yes. Then she gets banged. He's cuts to the next morning.
She gets banged.
Then she gets banged.
Cuts to the next morning. She spent the night, obviously, and she's like, he's got to get up and go to work. And she goes, oh, okay, I get it. So then
He's
she
like,
jumps over
well,
on the
hold
computer.
This is when she realizes that it's Monday. Because I want to see you more than just Monday. I want to
Oh,
see
yeah,
you
he's,
every day.
yeah. He's like, why do we do this? She goes, we'll just see you on our normal day. I don't want to see you just on Monday. I want to see you every day.
Yep.
So
That's
boom.
when you realize that they're having a relationship.
And Monday's the girl.
So he leaves, and she starts FaceTiming with them back, and she's talking about it. And, it's a little lighthearted. They're like, I can't believe she was into that kinky shit. She likes getting choked.
It's Monday. Monday's the one that knew him.
And then cab agents walk in behind her.
She just spins around. It goes back to Saturday's point of view. And
tries to say, I love you, and she gets shot after I.
Yep. The
Now they're
girls
down
just
to-
watched her get shot, and as soon as the shot happens, wham, 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 windows break in, smoke and gas grenades filling up the apartment where Thursday and Friday are left.
Yep, so they're getting attacked now.
And the boyfriend thinks that his girlfriend just got killed.
Nope, not yet.
So Saturday was uploading all this stuff back to the home base. The home base had everything, and while they're getting shot with this smoke grenade, Friday's like, we have to transfer all this shit. It's our whole life.
Yeah,
it's all
the
of us.
pictures, it's everything. So Friday is trying to do that, and she's like, no, we have to go. So they run out, they get out safe,
They smash through their hidey hole closet, go through a different room. They get outside.
go down the fire escape, and then Friday pulls up the fire escape and says, I have to go back in. You're made for this. I'm not strong enough.
I won't survive out here.
So she goes back into the apartment, throws like a aerosol can, and
A bunch of just spray cans.
in the
Whatever they
microwave, pulls the gas line. Cab agents are starting to walk up. She finishes the upload, says, I love you. Microwave goes off. Boom. Entire floor just
Obliterated.
destroyed.
But didn't take out the agents. At least the one that mattered.
Well, he wasn't ever rushing up there.
He was
He was right at the front of the door,
Yeah.
I thought. He was got the hit with the blunt end of it.
So here's the thing. So now
All for nothing.
Thursday gets out and she takes off, right? So she runs and she ends up going and hiding in at the. So the boyfriend finds out. He drives back. She goes into that car because she thinks he's a narc.
He's reporting for work, and he hears the explosion, and he knows the address. He's like, fuck, that's my girlfriend's place. Boogie's over there, and he's losing it. He sees the flames, the ashes are coming down. He's
And
like,
they have her body in a body bag.
distraught.
Now, this whole floor got obliterated, which means if they got her body, it would be disintegrated.
bones,
essentially.
maybe.
Yeah, it'd be like nothing left. But yeah, it's like a full
Corpse.
face. Yeah, like
Or identifiable.
like nothing happened. So that was a little. So
so
he gets
he's
back.
shook. He goes back to his car. As soon as he gets in, wham, piece of glass up to the throat, and he's being held up by Thursday, and she's pissed. She's like, you sold us out. You know our secret. What are you doing?
It's like, oh, your siblings.
And then Thursday realizes this cab agent isn't bad at all. He just is confused as the rest of them.
He just likes to fuck.
And then no, he wanted more than that.
He just likes to fuck.
He seemed like a really creepy, aggressive guy when he came in at first, but then it turns out he had a heart.
When he came into the
heart
show
on?
or came into the Saturday?
Well, he seemed a little creepy at that point too, because he was into the
Came
aggressive
into
stuff.
Monday more.
Came in a couple of them.
know.
They were Eskimo sisters for sure.
All right, so
So she convinces them. She says, "If you really love Karen, you will bring me to the cab agency and you'll help me." So they hide her as the dead Karen, bring her into the area where the cryo was happening, and you
Yep.
see this first scene of this little girl. And she's like, "Is it gonna hurt?" And they're like, "No, it's not gonna hurt." They inject her. She falls asleep. Put her in, and
cryo
it's-
seals up. The
It's-
air comes in. You're like, oh, she's gonna freeze.
Flames.
Flamethrower.
But she dies though.
so
She's
that's
dead.
So explosion in your house, your body left alive. Explosion in a fucking cryo chamber, nothing
ashes
to be
in
left.
seconds.
Nothing. No,
controlled
no, even
explosion,
ashes. They're just gone.
It's a controlled explosion, dude. It's perfectly. It's called science, bitch.
But this is also
Explosion-proof equipment.
so that cab agent boyfriend didn't realize. He thought he was doing a good thing. He thought he was bringing these children in to have a better life in the future when things.
He
get
kind of
better.
had that dialogue with Saturday
Yeah,
too.
'cause
Like,
he's
how
stupid
could
as
you be
fuck.
a cab agent? How could
So,
you support that?
How honestly
so he
though,
was just
like
a shock there.
how what would the term be? Like naive would you have to be to think that these kids are all gonna live and eventually they're gonna come to
Like,
life and live.
We
totally
don't
fine
have the
lives.
resources to feed every one of you. But we got enough energy and resources to freeze your bitch ass and keep you there for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
Oh, sign my kid up.
yeah.
I don't think they were signing my kids up. I think they didn't have a choice.
Well, some of them did. I mean, Karen went to that specific hospital because she knew all of her babies would be born and they would get choices.
Well, so
in some way.
So the same lady that put the kid in the cryo chamber, now Thursday pops out, shoves her into the cryo chamber. She's like, no. And then all of a sudden, boom, gets just obliterated.
She's screaming the whole fucking time.
There's another dude in there. There's a little scuffle. He gets knocked out too.
She shoots him with his own shot.
They end up finding out that Tuesday is still alive. Tuesday's alive in the place.
They were able.
They said they saw a video of one of them
when they linked up the cab agent's wristband. Is when they could get into the cab.
Yep.
And they saw one of our sisters is alive right there. So they lock her
it was
down.
Monday.
They think it's Monday. They track down the place, and it's Tuesday. She's missing an eye, and she is shook. And they're like, "Well, what the fuck happened to Monday? Where's Monday? We thought you were Monday." But Tuesday's alive, so that's kind of a rejoiceful thing. You thought when they pulled out the knife and they killed her, but they didn't. Tuesday's alive, and now they're finally piecing it together that something's afoot.
Yeah.
They needed the signature from Karen on this contract with Kamen, and it still was not signed yet. So someone was rigging up the signature. Someone was rigging up the contract, and they're figuring it to be Monday. So then it cuts to Monday, alive and well, meeting with Kamen about this contract deal. And Kamen's like, I'm sure you liked how you were put up, like you liked what we set up for you. She goes, yeah, it's been good. I'll accept it. And she's like, so what are your thoughts? I mean, obviously we kept one of your sisters alive because anyone who's willing to sell out their sister or kill their sisters can't be trusted. And she goes, I'll follow through with it, and signs the contract. So she's signing the contract saying she's going to be Karen now, and the rest of the sisters will just be taken care of.
So there's one Karen now. Monday sold out her entire family.
Yes, that is what it boiled down to. And after signing this contract, there's a massive television event for their
She's running
sponsors.
for the parliament.
Yep.
That's where she's making her announcement.
Yes. So she has to go down to this meeting. Karen is left to herself, or Monday is left to herself. And Thursday and Tuesday and the secret cab agent have come up with this plan of
exposing her
live. They're going to, while the first girl was destroyed, or infernoed, or whatever you want to call it, obliterated. Incinerated. There we go.
She got video of it.
She got video of it on her wristband. So they're hooking
She was
up.
preserved. Forever.
Really tiny ashes. So they hook up her wristband, and they're hacking into the main database with Tuesday and the cab agent.
Yep.
And then Thursday is kind of on a rogue mission to go take off and takes the wig and the setup from Tuesday and becomes Karen.
And how does she have the exact same dress?
I was wondering it.
They're wearing the exact same thing.
The
only difference was
their work deal.
One had white on the shoulders.
And when you put on your blazer, it's totally unnoticeable. So it was their work outfit, I believe.
Whatever.
I think Gage is on the right track with that.
They had to be the same person. They had to wear the same stuff.
Yeah.
So she gets the blazer, she gets the setup, and she goes to the meeting. And she goes to the bathroom. And this is when Thursday's in the bathroom first, and Monday walks in. And she's like, holy shit, you actually look pretty good as Karen for once. And kind of calling her out like the cat's out of the bag. They know she's fucking them over. And the fight of a lifetime happens with Monday and Thursday. And they are absolutely balling out. Monday, the whole time, had Grandpa's gun. So she's got it with her, and she's ready to kill Thursday. And they're fighting like hell.
And a big thing that happens while they're fighting is Thursday's the one who lost the finger. Monday was the one who always had to be brave. She's the one who had to put on the brave face, the first one to get the finger cut off. So they have like that monologue scene in the back and forth with the grandpa, and like just how that affected her, and talking about how Thursday was always the reckless one and that got them into trouble and doing things like that. So Monday had a beef specifically with Thursday.
Thursday was the main one who didn't want to live as Karen. And Monday was the one who always had to be the example to set for all of her other sisters.
And that's where
She
Monday's
was
like,
the oldest.
yeah, she said, out of anybody, I thought you would understand the most. And she said, well, we're family. And then they got into the, well, we're not family, blah, blah, blah. And the fight ensued, trying to shoot each other.
Cat fight. Meow.
And then the classic gun scene where the gun shoots and one's on top of the other and you don't know who gets shot. They both have that shocked look on their face.
Goes to black. And Karen is walking out in her dressed up blazer.
Yep, walks out to the Parliament party or whatever, the reveal. And in the meantime, there's this big-ass fight going on in the server room, and the cab agent is helping out Tuesday, and Tuesday's getting it done, whatever. Finally, the video's out, plays amongst the whole screen, and Cayman is exposed for what she did.
Just pissed. She just starts losing her, like the fucking hinge got snapped there. And she's like, I'm doing the right thing. This is the right thing to do. She's trying
None
to
of them suffered.
justify it, and she's just a piece of shit.
Oh,
She's trying to save the planet.
And the whole time, she finally finds Karen, and she just runs right up to her, and she is pissed. Like, she wants to fucking choke a bitch. But,
Little does she know that Karen's the one that was hanging out with the cab dude, and she's into it. No, I'm just kidding.
And then that like bad cab agent, the main guy,
yep.
comes walking up, and fucking boyfriend cab dude shoots him from across the room. How are they such good shots?
Oh, just a dead eye shot.
You miss it. So, Karen is there, and then we find out that it's Thursday that had won. And Monday
Yes.
comes back out of the bathroom, shot, still has the gun, ready to kill. She's about ready to shoot, and then cab agent guy shoots Monday.
Yes.
Then-
Yep.
That was the bad cab agent guy, but he did a good move. But he didn't know what he was doing.
He was just
I don't
doing it.
think.
Yeah.
He was stopping someone with a gun. Then, good cab
Well,
agent guy
Cayman
shoots
was right
bad
next-
cab agent guy.
Yeah. When the bad cab agent dude shot Monday, she was pointing the gun, but Cayman was right next to Thursday.
Yes.
So
So he
kinda-
thought they were attacking Cayman.
Yes. So he shot her to save Cayman.
She was
And
really
then-
going to kill Thursday.
I think so. You don't know. That's the vibe
Well-
you got, but you kind of thought maybe at the end after she was exposed, maybe she was going to kill Cayman. Who knows?
No fucking chance. She was killing
She's
Thursday.
gonna kill Thursday.
They had a little.
She had the whole plan. She signed the contract.
She had self-interest in mind for the entire movie.
For sure.
Yes.
Turns
For
out
sure.
she had twins.
She was
Oh,
pregnant.
pregnant.
Shout.
Cab boy did come
Yeah, he did.
and got her pregnant.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, he did.
So she had twins. You find out that's the reason she made the deal, was to save her kids. She was promised that her two kids would be safe if she gave up her sisters. So she said, protect them, keep them alive. And, Cayman goes on trial. She ends up getting the death penalty. She doesn't die in the movie, but it's saying that she's getting the death penalty. And then it pans to abolishing everything. There's no more of this cab agency anymore.
The law is outlawed.
Yep, that's done. And then you go to these two kids that are in. Because somehow, after getting the shit beat out of her in the bathroom, getting shot
twice.
which looked like in the stomach,
Twice.
twice, that they were able to save these two kids, which she wasn't even that far along.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
didn't look like it.
No, she wasn't
But they're
there.
big in an incubator.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now they're,
In vitro.
exactly. And it's the cab boyfriend. Thursday's going by Karen, and the other one's going by, like, fucking Janet or something.
No, it's
Trish.
Trish.
Harry.
Terry.
Terry.
Terry sounds right. With an I, because she's freaky.
Do you think that's weird that Thursday decided to go by Karen when she was the one who didn't want to be Karen?
I think that after
That's
her family
why.
died, I think that's why. It was
And-
kind of like the ode to the rest of her sisters who helped save her life.
Pretty fucking disrespectful to say fuck Karen when that was your mom who died giving birth to you. You know?
Yeah. It was an ode to her. So, all in all, that's it. If you watch the movie, you just watched it twice.
Nope.
For sure. I mean, for me, it was pretty
No, you didn't
predictable.
watch it twice. You watched it once, and then you got the inside scoop from the butthole on the movie. A little twist.
You could tell she was pregnant when she was sick in the morning. Before, it wasn't nerves about the promotion. She was pregnant.
No.
I didn't pick up on that, but I missed the throwing up scene. So that's why.
All in all, I give it a 6.6.
6.6 is what Gage is going with.
That's
It was predictable. I liked it. I wouldn't watch it again.
The tits doesn't bring it up to a 7.6.
That's what got it to a 6.6.
yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
I really liked the start of it. I wish it played more into like psychological thriller in the future than action movie. I felt like there's a twist, not twist, but a change in direction, and it kind of turned into an action thriller more than just like a we're living in the scary future and we're hiding type of thing. So it did go downhill halfway through the movie for me from my excitement level for the first half of it. I was going to give it a 6.5, but there were tits, so I'll go 6.9.
Nice.
That's fair. For me, I mean, classic like government overreach type movie. Had kind of that, what's the Katniss Everdeen one?
Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
It did have like a young adult book vibe.
Yeah. The coming of age.
Yeah, coming of age.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe not coming of age.
But like
No, definitely, she was a virgin, man.
the Divergent series.
Yes, that's the other one I was thinking.
That whole series of it.
The
Twilight.
Their
sectors.
books are
Exactly.
dead on. Coming of age, young adult.
Lots of coming.
Realizing that she played 7 different characters and did it successfully. You know, at first I didn't even like really think about it. That honestly, I was sitting there like, how'd they find 7 people that kind of look similar? Whatever, fuck it. I was just watching the movie. I was enjoying life.
Does that impress you?
It was actually pretty good.
I got a movie for you.
I'm not watching Tyler Perry.
The Nutty Professor.
Oh, what's the schizophrenia guy? The scary
Split.
one. Split?
But he's
personality.
He's one
That's a little
person
different.
playing a bunch of different characters, but
But
they're
it's the same, damn near the same
but
thing.
they're never like on screen at the same time or
Yeah,
anything like
yeah.
that.
But yeah, so I thought there was parts that really made you squirmy. The finger cut off scene. When they all died, I wasn't expecting all of them to die like they did. So just the scenes where they did die, it was kind of like brutal and unapologetic. It wasn't like this heartfelt moment. It was like, boom, shot in the back of the head, just dead. You know what I mean?
I think after
So
the first one, you're like, all right,
it's happening.
it's a survival deal.
Exactly. I think they did a really good job at avoiding fillers, and the movie had a direction and things had a purpose. I think a lot of the low budget movies kind of evade that a little bit. I'm talking a lot. You sprinkle in the boob scene. I was at a 5.3. I'm going to go up to a 6.3.
Damn, that's a lot of talk for a 6.3.
I mean, I like the movie. I would, if you got nothing going on a Wednesday night or maybe Saturday, I'd watch it.
I wish
So a
they
6
did
is a
more
was a butthole watch, right?
I would say it's watchable. Yeah.
more of the flashbacks and scenes with the grandpa.
Grandpa killed it. He was so
I
good.
think that could have made the movie better if they
And
did
when they
more
didn't show
growing
the-
up.
They showed him like kind of almost cutting, and they never showed it like chopping off. But after the finger scene, it's another flashback from Thursday and Monday's perspective.
When he went to, she visited the
And
grandpa.
she's just he's crying his eyes out. He's like, I just want to keep you safe. You know,
Yeah.
he's distraught that he just had to cut off 6 of his fucking kids.
And that was
fingers.
kind of showing the survival that Monday is doing by killing her sisters for her kids.
yeah.
As she learned that from grandpa.
Do
You gotta
whatever you
do
can to
whatever you
survive.
have to do to keep.
But and
your
it
children
also
safe.
showed, you know, he said the whole time, together you will always be able to accomplish more than you will by yourself. The one that tried to go by herself, fuck over the rest of her sisters, lost to the sisters. They stuck up together and won.
They also kind of saved the world.
Yeah, they abolished that law
Well,
because of them.
at least
and
for like a few years.
who knows? They probably burned it up into
Scott,
the whole world.
Yeah. Really turned into Divergent.
I would go on a long rambling dissertation, but you guys already did that. So
Yeah, I did a really good job at that.
I'm going to give my score, and my score is a 6. I'm going to go with a 6.6. Good movie. Not worth watching twice, but it's definitely interesting enough to where, like, I've never seen a movie quite like it. There's a few predictable parts, but, like, it was good. And Willem Dafoe was awesome. I kind of agree with Star. I wish he was in it more, and they showed more of what made them who they are. With the
Before
grandpa.
being 10 or 30,
Yeah.
somewhere in between there.
Well, just more cutback, like more flashbacks to him, like developing them into the girls that they became.
How they
This-
chose to be bankers and that sort
Yeah.
of shit.
was it a book? You guys know?
No,
I don't believe so.
Because yeah, like the ones we mentioned, the Maze
the
Runner, like,
Those are all books, yeah.
yeah, all of the
They're also all
Post-apocalyptic.
series too, though. I bet if you had 2 more movies for this, it could have gone a long way.
Yeah.
But I think that averages out to a 6.6 for the butthole score.
It does.
So we got 6.6. Do we know what the IMDb on it was?
I'll pull it up.
6.9. Nice. So we're a little below average, but we're always within a couple points.
Yeah, but I would say we're the right way. If you're going to be anything, you might as well be below 6.9. Above 6.9 is...
Yeah,
like,
you're
if
going
we were
the wrong way
7.2,
with that
that's-
movie.
Yeah.
That movie is right where it deserves to be.
Premise. I loved the premise.
It's a good idea. It's not the first time it's been done, not the last time either.
No.
But they did a good job at it. If, like I said, if
They
you're
told a
looking
good
for
story.
something to do on a Saturday night, it's not a bad movie to watch.
I also
Probably
just
wouldn't watch it again.
recently
Yeah.
watched all the Hunger Games movies. I had never seen a single one. So in the last 2 weeks, I've seen them all now.
That's wild.
The Hunger Games is a fucking good series of movies. I think the books would be better. Overall, I think I would rate the Hunger Games like a 7. The whole series is like a 7 out of 10. The first one's really good. Second one's
Kind of just a replay
maybe
of the
slightly
first
worse
one.
just because it's a replay. And then the third one and fourth one are like,
The 2-part movie.
yeah, but I think the first one's the best.
Oh, sorry. There's
The books are
that's
great.
2 and 3.
I think the books would be awesome.
Just screeching. God damn.
The movie for next week is a listener pick,
Oh, by who? By who?
and it's from what's the show that he does? Fuck it, we're not gonna plug his shit. Josh Elliott.
What
He's a
is
Blue
it?
Collar Media Group member.
Oh, we know.
All right.
I'm
What
trying
do you
to
say?
think of
What
the
does he want us to do?
He wants us to watch another sport movie. We're back in the sports.
Hell yeah.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. That's the show that he has on
So
YouTube,
if you're looking
Facebook.
for prop bets, any sort of, not even prop bets. If you're looking for betting advice, Josh will give it to you.
Yep, do the opposite of what
Oh,
he
sorry.
says.
Just a bit outside is not the name of the movie we are watching this week. That is Josh Elliott's podcast.
Correct.
And
The
whatever
name
he
of
says, do the
Scott's
opposite.
sex tape.
Just a bit too short. And Remember the Titans,
Scott, where'd
which
you come? Just a bit outside.
is remembered as a lot of people, by one of the best sports movies of all time. So the Butthole.
Nay. Movies.
Oh, double down on it.
One of the
All
best
right.
movies of all time.
Woo!
we
Okay.
gonna- are we
I
gonna
was
get a
actually
9 out of
talking with
star?
This will probably be. This is my favorite movie. This is going to be my highest.
Okay,
score.
but I was talking with Brandon last
the
night when we
scores
were
up?
mentioning that Josh had asked us to watch this. I haven't seen Remember the Titans in a grip.
I have, but I'm going to watch it again.
Yeah.
I
okay.
haven't seen it in a very long time.
Very,
either.
very long time.
Like
yeah.
10 plus years for me personally. So Star, you're saying this is your favorite movie.
Yeah.
Okay, and last week you sent us in the review. You weren't here to defend yourself, but you told us
fuck, here we
Glory
go.
Road was a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
This movie is eons better than Glory Road.
And in Star's book, what is also better than Glory Road? Do you have the list available there, Brandon?
Catch me if you can. I'd agree.
True. And hey, let me before we start this say I just recently 3 weeks ago said I need to start throwing out my pass scores and just going with what I feel. Did I not? That was on podcast.
That
that I
is-
We
said
that-
agree. We
that is
both
on
agree
record.
because
That
we
I
don't
said.
want to
Record.
do this.
I said I can't think of everything I did. I just
know,
need to give it
But
what I
by
feel.
God, when you give a great movie like Glory Road a score like that, you deserve it.
It
Star.
wasn't
I
a
wanna
great
go on
movie.
You
record, too.
deserve it.
I want to throw out all my past movie scores because I don't want them to be used against me. I'm going to punt just
They
like
don't
Star here.
exist anymore.
The scores are on a fucking spreadsheet. They're gonna be used against you, Star.
All right, use
if
them.
you don't like when
Use
you
them. Let's go.
reviewed it,
Shit, I
review better.
I might have liked Monday better than Glory Road.
You
I
were
know
at
I
6-9.
did.
You were damn close.
I did. What did I
Yeah.
What did I rank Glory Road?
Oh, you were high on Glory Road.
Yeah, you were
8-1.
8. Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
what Monday's an 8-2.
Shut up, Scott. God damn it.
You gave The Express higher.
Yeah, I think
agree.
it's a better movie.
I actually disagree.
You disagree. It says you disagree.
I would think Glory Road's a little bit better. The Express got a little bit more long-winded. It was a
Totally.
little bit drier, but hey.
A personal opinion.
I'm coming.
Who
This
the
is
fuck
for
says
pizza.
your opinion's the end all be all? Pull up your fucking movie reviews.
Me?
Yeah,
All right. What do you want to judge me on? I have them up right here, right now.
everything.
Let's air this out. This is the movie review
All right, let's
Fucking
go. Let's go with the highest
tribunal.
and the third lowest.
You can get mad at me for not liking that movie, same as we get mad at him for liking Hubie Halloween. But at the end of the day, it's a personal opinion. That movie just doesn't float my boat. I've seen it twice now.
How
and both times I
dare
was like,
you have your own thoughts?
Your opinions suck. No.
All right,
Sorry.
let's go with everybody's highest score.
Tell me what mine is first.
Mine's Inception, I believe.
I genuinely do not know.
All right, Scott, I would confirm is Inception. He gave it a 9.5.
I think I gave Inception a really high score too, but I don't know if it was my highest.
Right now, Gage has Inception along with Back to the Future tied for his highest, 8.7.
Room to work with there.
Star Lamar will
got
save for last.
9.5.
I think my highest, it looks like, is an
Just go with
8.3. Hubie Halloween.
Shut up! No!
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Big Fish was my highest rated score.
At 8.3.
8.3 is highest. I had a couple at 8.2s, a couple at 8.1s.
Pathetic.
Star's highest score.
Big Fish is not better than Inception
Or Back to the Future.
but there's a different style of movie.
And
Because
he's
I-
got a decent
it's not
opinion
like
that
I-
I'll respect.
Well, I have them close. They're 8.1, 8.2, so I'm close in
I
in
don't
my
fucking
reviews.
care if they're close.
Don't
All right,
fucking
mister,
bring
I
up
rated
pizza
Hubie
with
Halloween
me.
a
This doesn't
9.8.
happen, Star.
I don't care what you're doing.
It's a transcendent Halloween film.
Okay, fuck off.
So like, well, I just want to defend that. I prefer the movie Big Fish over Back to the Future and Inception. I can also say that those might be better movies.
No, you can't.
Back to the Future,
You
just
just
'cause
said Big Fish was a better movie.
I
No, that's
prefer
fair,
it
yeah.
to those movies. Like if I had to sit down and watch one again, I might rather watch Big Fish again.
That's fair.
But
that
that doesn't
because-
mean that I don't understand how cool Inception is and how classic.
You mean how
Back to the
complex
Future
and
is.
cool Inception is.
I
That's
just
fair. That's fair.
for me, I think I'd prefer Big Fish to
The
those
biggest
two.
red flag Inception has as far as rewatchability is it's so fucking heavy.
Have you watched Tenet yet?
Just wait till the next episode.
I just watched that.
Star Lamar's highest one.
Matrix?
No,
Catch Me If You Can.
try again.
Inception?
The Last Days of American Crime. He
Oh.
gave it an 8.7.
We did not.
Okay, it looks like he's got 8.3 for Back to the Future and Indiana Jones. I don't see anything higher than an 8.3.
See, and that's why Big Fish is probably my favorite movie that's on that list.
8.1. So I mean,
I just don't know what I said for things.
and here's the thing: we're not looking at these reviews before we
No,
give
we
our-
do not check them
We're shooting off
regularly.
the hip. We're giving how we feel about the movie in the
Yes.
moment we're watching the movie. We're not comparing Big Fish to Inception when we're rating Big Fish. We're not thinking, "Oh, I did like this one better." We're thinking about how we feel about the movie. So, I'll allow it, Star. It's on the record books. There's no going back.
Yep. Once I said it,
In
I
for
meant
life.
it. It's there. But Glory Road is still an average sports movie.
And
And Go Jerk Off.
Bye. Check out our website, www.officialbutthole.com. We're on all socials at officialbutthole. Please leave us a rating and review on Apple Music,
Let's do it.
and we'll see you next time.
You guys want to know something cool? Yeah. Scott tweeted at Mark Parrish and Northland Vodka about doing a sponsorship. Northland Vodka liked the tweet, so promising.
what was?